Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back. If this is the first time that you're watching my videos, thank you for stopping by. My name is Natalie. I hope that if you enjoy what I do and share here on this channel, you can subscribe and share it with your friends. In this video, we are going to talk about our upcoming week astrology forecast, and we'll end the video with a message from the universe from the cards. So this video, we're talking about November 20th to 26th, 2023. Oh my God, we are ending November so soon, and we are ending a zodiac season this week as well. So let's talk about it. So this week begins with quite a nice aspect happening for us, depending on your time zone. For Hong Kong time, this is where I'm based at right now. This is going to be the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame because we have aspect overlapping each other. So you're feeling this energy, let's say in the beginning of the week. We are feeling that Sun and Mars both in Scorpio having a sextile with Pluto and Capricorn. All right. So in modern astrology, people do say that Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio, which I acknowledge, agree, but I also use the traditional knowledge as well. So for me, both of them rule Scorpio. So to have both rulers, Mars and Pluto, having a sextile together, a helpful, supportive aspect in Scorpio season. And to end Scorpio season with this aspect is just, wow, what a bang to go out with. And how lovely is that? Because guess what? We will not have this ever again in our lifetime because Pluto will soon, well, I'll have to double check because Pluto will dip back into Capricorn just for a little bit next year before it fully emerge in Aquarius in 2024. So I might need to double check, but I'm pretty sure this might be the last, but don't quote me on that. But I think definitely for Mars, sextile, Pluto and Capricorn, this is the last final one because next year during Scorpio season, Mars will not be in the sign of Scorpio. So this is powerful. This is strong. Okay, especially if you have any points or aspect planets around that degree point, and then yes, right, or in those signs you're feeling it. So this is a very powerful and confident aspect, right? You might feel like you have this extra oomph in you today, or this beginning of the week. You're ready to go, you're ready to take the leap, you're ready to take action and do that thing, because Mars is that Martian energy, and in Scorpio it's like it is a powerhouse. Okay, it's like ready to just go gun blazing and just go for it, right? Mars is so strong in Scorpio, and having that sextile and Pluto, you're ready to go deep. Okay, so if you're doing anything that really need your focus, that really need your energy, maybe this is, you know, a CrossFit challenge, like this really physical challenge that you need a lot of strength. Wow, this is beginning of the week. That's when you really go gung-ho on it, right? Or any other thing that really need your confidence, need your focus, need your endurance, right? Need your energy to really do something. It doesn't have to be just physical. It can be mentally, it can be, you know, energetically. You need that extra oomph. This beginning of the week, you might be feeling it, right? And if you're doing some healing work, right? Pluto is helping you to really dive deep, and Mars is there to supporting you. We also have the Sun. That's what Scorpio is all about, that alchemist energy, that alchemic energy that's willing and able, not being afraid to dive deep, to excavate, to face the truth, to look at everything, right? Because we need to do that in order to accept what is really happening, to then be able to take action, to transmute, to transform, and then to evolve and grow into a newer version of you, right? So it's very alchemical for me, very transformative, very supportive if you're looking to do all those stuff, right? Speaking from a Scorpio sun, then yes, I can really relate to this energy. And also, if you're looking to break free and liberate yourself from something, right, from a system, we're talking about Capricorn, maybe a pattern, a bad habit, right, a belief or something that's no longer working for you. This might be that week to really do it, right? So I love that for us. And on the same day, we also have Mercury in Sagittarius having a trine with Chiron that is retrograding in Aries. So this can be a very beautiful, harmonious, supportive day to talk about your wounds, your traumas, your healing journey, right? Perhaps if you're not fully open to it yet, you're still quite new to it, perhaps this beginning of the week, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, might be the day where you're ready to really express yourself. Maybe this is a great time to schedule a session with your therapist, with your healer, with any reader that's able to help you move through something. Maybe this is a day where you open up your heart to a trusted loved one, a supportive friend, family member, so on and so forth, right? So this is a beautiful day to do that. And being Mercury, this can be a day where you express yourself, where you're thinking through things, and maybe this is a day where you journal it out as well. The 22nd Hong Kong time, nighttime, 10:03 p.m. or 9:03 a.m. Eastern time. The sun is entering Sagittarius, kicking off the Sag season for all of us. So ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, abundance, spiritual learning and growth, hope. Sagittarius season is here to remind us to live our life to the fullest, to really go big or go home, to embrace everything, to see everything as an experience, a learning experience, to take a risk, to learn, to expand our horizon, maybe through travel, because Sagittarius do rule travel, especially long distance travel. And I do say so myself, throughout my life, I did learn through travel a lot. Okay, so well, that's only because it's showing up on my natal chart, but that's the energy as well, right? That's a general energy for the collective. So this is also having that bird's eye view, being able to zoom out and look at the big picture instead of being focused on that little detail, right? That we don't just look at one thing, but we zoom out and look at everything in a big picture theory, right? So that you kind of don't take everything so seriously in some way too. But of course, there are two sides of the energy. There are light and dark attribute, right? Not just one. So while all this yummy good energy is appearing in Sag, is coming up during Sag season, also this can be that some of us might be a little bit too dogmatic with our own beliefs, right? We might unintentionally enforce it onto someone else, right? We might be forcing our own belief system onto someone else, right? We want them to listen to us, and we might be a little bit too much in the big picture thinking and not able to come back down to ground ourselves and look at to those nitty-gritty detail to focus on something. So Sag energy, and also being a mutable sign, dispersion, right, can be a bit scattered too. So this is the season. While it's great to have that bird's eye view, make sure you're also grounding yourself, making sure you're not scattered a lot as well. And right now, with everything that is happening around in the world, I really do hope that this Sag season is going to bring in that hope that we all can make use of, that we all need to still have faith and hope, to believe that better things are possible, right? To maybe refill the cup of love and hope that is within all of us, and be able to pour that out to those who need it as well, right? So, coming out from Scorpio season, where we did dive deep into the underworld, to take a tour at the underworld and to excavate some truth, right? Maybe facing our emotion, it can be quite intense, it can be uncomfortable. We might need to face our shadow and our inner demons within ourselves as well. We might need to confront them, right? But we also able to transmute our energy, to alchemize them into useful lesson, to empower us to take back our power, and able to help us grow and evolve in the Scorpio season as well. And now that we're going to bring it forward to Sag season, right? To see the bigger picture of it. What are they trying to teach me? What was Scorpio season trying to teach me, to tell me? And how can I see the bigger picture of it all? How can I find truth within it all, right? Maybe this is confirming some truth within you, or maybe this is allowing you to find new truth within yourself as well. So during Sag season, this might be one of the topics that is coming up for us as a collective or individually, right? Because that's the energy for the collective. And where does the truth lies, right? What is your truth? And that can be very heavy, daunting topic, and not easy for everybody. And because we have to remember, each of us is having our own human experience on this earth. Each of us is not the same. We have different backgrounds, culture, beliefs, yada yada, and my truth might not be the same as your truth, but that doesn't mean that it's not the truth. Well, then what is the truth then, right? Can we all come into the same ground, even if we don't share the same truth? Or do we need to keep searching for that ultimate truth? And is there only one truth, or can there be multiple truths right at the same time? What are you searching for, right? And of course, remember, we're all individual beings. There's multiple layers of truth in all of us, and that is why we have different cultures, we have different religions, we have different spiritual practice and belief, and sometimes we come into agreement, sometimes we clash and burn and cause dispute and even wars, right? So then how do we make sense of it all? How can we learn from all these? How can we allow, while not deeming our own self or own truth, but also allowing others' truth to shine through as well in a more harmonious way? Maybe this is the lesson from Sag season. Ooh, got heavy a bit for a moment, went on a little bit of tangent, I apologize, but this is how I feel. This is a different Sag season for all of us in 2023. So I invite you to ponder on those questions, and not to be so reactive, but be responsive and dig deeper, right, as we go on with Sag season. And soon Mercury's already in Sag. We will have a Mercury retrograde very soon. And later on, Mars will enter later in the week as well. And we'll continue to talk about Sagittarius. And the Sun will stay in Sagittarius until December 21st or 2nd, depending where you are in the world. And right when the Sun enters Sagittarius at 0 degree, and immediately the Sun in Sagittarius is going to have a square with Saturn in Pisces, which is also at 0 degrees. Ouch. So imagine yourself pushing open that door with excitement, joy, happiness, and just like ready to like say, I'm here for the party. And maybe you push a bit too hard and the reality hits you. You got the wrong date. It's not today. And the door slammed right back and hit in your face right there. And you're just like, oh my God, what just happened? That might be that feeling during, I would say 22nd and 3rd, right when the Sun enters Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius season do feel like a Debbie Downer in the beginning. Not that usual, whoa, I'm here, yay, let's party and get the party started, right? Not that kind of feeling, because Saturn and Pisces is like, no, just hold on. You will get your party, but not just yet. Saturn might having this square with Saturn in the midweek, I would say you might feel a bit drained. You might feel like you don't have enough energy to go on. You might feel like you get hit by a block, that something is stuck or stagnant. It's not really moving forward, right? You might feel like a stuck energy. Or you might even have a rejection, a no today, right? You want to do something. You want to move through with a project idea and your boss is like, no, not today. We're not doing it, right? And you might feel a bit rejected or disappointed. Things might not go your way. You might feel a sense of loss or disappointment or hopelessness, right? And there's like nothing is worth being happy about, or nothing is worth celebrating today, because it's just like meh, right? And just know that this aspect is temporary, right? It's just that maybe that midweek hump that you're experiencing, and depending on how it's hitting your natal chart, you might feel a bit or you might having a big ooh, but know that it's temporary. It will be gone. Maybe a little block is needed for you to readjust, reflect, in order to continue to move on as well. So try to be in the energy of optimistic, like being optimist. Know that it's not gonna last forever, right? Sometime a little bit pushback is needed for us to regain our ground, right? In order to let us to spring back and move forward, right? And maybe you can also count your blessing today, to think of something that you can be grateful for, you know, so that you don't be in that you don't wallow in that like energy is too much. And also Saturn and Pisces have a lot to do with water, right? With I don't have better words to describe it, but like the more vulnerable groups in the society or in the world, right? It can also talk about things we cannot see. That is Pisces energy, right? So that can talk about our body within our immune system, our it's also the last sign, so that's why it's related to health, our health care issues, you know, and things that, you know, you can't really see just from outside as well. So all these stuff might come up and feel like a block today. So let's talk about water first, right? Ever since we have Saturn enter Pisces, we do see more often news, good or bad, related to water, right? We have multiple rain, flood, storms, right? Where I live in Hong Kong, we had like one of the biggest rain that we never experienced since 100 years ago, that destroyed so much, right? That caused so much damage and floods in multiple areas in this world, in different countries. And we also have that news about Japan releasing radioactive water, right? We also have that submarine saga. We also have all these news about water. And now with wars going on, we also see that there's water shortage problem. I apologize. That the civilians in Gaza are not having water supply. They're not receiving also health, medical aid, medical supplies that they need, which is also that Saturn and Pisces that talks about healthcare, that talks about things we can't see, right, within our bodies. And we do see healthcare issues around the world as well, in different parts of the world, where healthcare is continuously still a struggle, a problem in different countries around the world. And we're also seeing a lot of news about the more vulnerable groups in the society, in the country, especially with wars happening. I wonder if this square might bring in, I don't want it to bring in conflict and tension, but square is a tension, is a conflict energy that is tougher to work with. But also having that sun in Sag, you know, sun in astrology refers to not just life force energy, but world leaders in general. Your boss, that's the sun energy. The head of the family, head of the country, that is also the sun energy. Having that square with Saturn and Pisces, I wonder, maybe we might see some news about world leaders taking blame, right? Or doing something about what's happening. Let's stay in tune with news and see what happens. Individually, maybe you're receiving a no from your boss. You want to do that thing. You want to get that project moving. You want to get that holiday going. Your boss might be like, no. But maybe don't choose this week to say that as well. Maybe because now you know that the sun is having a square with Saturn. Move it to the next week to do that. Or do it in the beginning of that week when we have that strong Martian energy. So that is why you want to know what's happening up in the sky. That is why I want to share the forecast with you. So lastly, let's move on, continue on the 23rd. We have Venus in Libra having an opposition with Chiron retrograding in Aries. So opposition can be tough to work with. Venus in Libra is all about, it's a strong Venus, right? And she's still early on. She's not really close to South Node yet, so she's still strong. She is that morning star, really want to bring in balance and harmony, really want to bring in love, right? She's that love warrior. And opposing Chiron in Aries, this is about your wounds and traumas, the healing journey that you're on. Maybe having this opposition is having this opposition is asking you, how are you treating yourself? How are you on your healing journey, right? Maybe this is a time where you reflect on it. How are you doing? How are you treating yourself, talking to yourself? This opposition might bring something to light that you are working through or continuously to work on. This might feel a bit uncomfortable since it's an opposition, right? But it's time. Maybe this is also a trigger coming up for you to heal another layer deeper as well. And just know that Venus in Libra is strong, is there to help you as well. Maybe this is about you expressing. Libra is that air energy, right? Express yourself to seek help and know that you're not alone on your journey. Lastly, on the 24th, we have Mars entering Sagittarius, 6:15 p.m. Hong Kong time or 5:15 a.m. Eastern time, so just the time according to where you are in the world. The warrior planet is moving into Sagittarius. So Mars energy will magnify by this Jupiter ruled sign Sagittarius. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's like more. So this Martian energy might be magnified during this transit. You might feel extra bold. You might feel like you're more eager to assert your energy, to take action, to do the thing, to take that leap, right? Because Jupiter might really boosting your Martian energy, right? Might give you that oomph you need to really move through that thing, that confidence you need. Sagittarius is also about long distance travels and higher education, spiritual learning or practices, right? Religious philosophy. Maybe having Mars in Sag might give you that final push that you need to sign up for that course, to plan that trip and actually go. Maybe this is you diving deeper into your spiritual learning and practice. Maybe this is you not knowing anything about it, but Mars in Sag might spark your interest or curiosity in it as well. So that's all the possibility, right? Because Sag is a spiritual sign. It talks about spiritual learning practice, religion, philosophy, psychology. So during this transit, you might be pursuing all these stuff that we just talked about. It feels like a spiritual warrior energy in some ways, but also maybe this is about you finally speaking up, fighting for what you believe is true, right? Standing your ground, not backing down. But also on the other side of this manifestation is that you can be dogmatic with your beliefs and pattern, not wanting to give in, right? Not being a little bit stubborn, right? Forcing your truth or belief onto others. So do be mindful with that energy. It's always great to, I find myself during this transit that it is great to share, right? But also be a student, right? Be humble. Know that everybody's truth might not be the same, and it's okay. That is why we learn, we communicate, we listen, we respond instead of react. So maybe this is a great time to exchange knowledge, right? Maybe your friend or another person have a different belief system and you don't have to agree with each other, but there's no need to like discount the other, right? So, or maybe this is a way we can exchange and learn something new. Who knows, right? And Mars just had its Cazimi in Scorpio just last week and is still coming down from that Cazimi, right? It passed, but Mars is a slower traveling planet, so it's still in the underworld. We can't see Mars right now. We actually can't see Mars the whole November. For the rest of November, Mars will emerge and come out from its rebirth cycle and emerge back into the light later in December, towards the end of Sag season. So we might be feeling that energy too, right? Maybe you're still in process of planning something. You're not ready to go full force yet, and that is okay. If you're not feeling it, don't force yourself. Maybe you're still finalizing details. You're still planning. Things are not really showing up just yet, and know that it's okay. Give yourself to figure it out, right? And maybe what's your next step? Maybe this is the time to also reflect on it as well. We'll continue to talk about Mars in Sagittarius. Mars will stay in Sagittarius until next year, January 4th. And just like the sun in Sag. Right when Mars enters Sagittarius, it is going to square Saturn. I know. It's like every planet enters Sag is just gonna meet that Debbie Downer, right? Just kidding. Don't say that about Saturn. I do love Saturn, right? It's not the easiest energy to work with, but it's tough love, right? In the end, it's just out of love as well. So Mars is gonna face that break right when it enters Sagittarius because of the square with Saturn and Pisces. So again, just like that sun, you might be running and ready to go do that thing, and then suddenly something come up. Maybe you're not able to do it. You might need to delay, wait for it. It's a no-go, right? So prepare now that you know, and know that it's temporary. Maybe you just need some refinement. Maybe you need readjustment. Maybe it is good that actually you didn't get the yes because something better might come up. So trust rejection is redirection, and maybe this is just you needing to wait just a little more, or maybe you need to readjust something, reflect on something before you push that go button. So don't get this discouraged, right? Know that it's also temporary towards the end of the week. So now that you know the energy, you know how to work with it. Now let's take a look at the cards, at our message. We have 7 of Cups, that's Scorpion energy. We have 4 of Cups and Judgment. Again, Scorpio energy. So heavy because we are ending Scorpio season. And when energies are leaving from one sign to another, is like pushing through that, going through that threshold is actually more potent and powerful. Right? So some of us this week, maybe you're feeling a bit scattered. You're feeling like you don't know what to do. You don't know the decision that you need to make. You're feeling like you're not ready, and it's okay. When you have to do that, come back to yourself. What is true to you? Maybe the answer you seek, maybe the decision that you need to make is right in front of you, but you just can't see it yet. Give yourself a moment of time to come back to yourself, go back to your heart space and ask yourself, what is true to you? Not anybody else, but you, right? And make that decision or do that thing according to your truth, because it's your life. Why are you taking others' feelings, opinion into consideration? I mean, you can, and it's helpful. It can be helpful, but in the end, you're the one who make that decision. So what is your truth? What is true to you? Find out and listen to your intuition and go for it, right? Or give yourself more time, because we do have those square with Saturn. Maybe this is the week where you need to take a pause and ask yourself before you just like go straight into whatever it is that you want to do, right? And then from the Moonology, we have new moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. Is that energy in the beginning, right? That full force, that confident oomph energy that you need to go for what is it that you want, because we do have Pluto in Capricorn sextiling the Sun and the Mars, right? And then we have full moon in Pisces, forgive. So this is that Saturn and Pisces energy. Forgive yourself, forgive others, right? Know that sometimes rejection are just simply redirection. Something might not go your way this week. You might feel disappointed. You might feel like the world is ending and you're hopeless. You're feeling hopeless. And that's okay. I'm sure many of us are feeling this right now. How can we forgive ourselves? How can we forgive people that don't share the same belief and truth with us? How can we forgive when it's hard, right? Lastly, our Oracle card number 6, not for you. Wow. And there's a big note on that fortune cookie. And it's that Saturn Pisces energy again, right? So this week seems like many of us might hit a roadblock or just get slammed with a no or rejection or disappointment. I know that is okay, right? is leading us to something better. So just allow whatever comes up to come up, right? See what happens for you. Now that you know the energy, you can prepare yourself. I hope this message helps. Feel free to comment below. Let me know how this week goes for you. How are you feeling? And if you want to work with me, all my information are in the description box below. If you're seeking any consultation in astrology, tarot, akashic record, or energy healing, I'm here for you. Connect with me on IG as well. Follow me there. That's where I post my events and stuff, whether it's online or in person. So I hope to see you there and connect with you there. Wishing you all a great week ahead, and I'll see you next week. Bye.